When I first started creating this video, I thought it was going to be about gyms in regards to weightlifting, but I forgot about gymnastics and gymnasiums. The more I read about gymnastics and gymnasiums, the more interesting it got, so I figured I would make the history of weightlifting a different video. As humans became less reliant on having to catch their own meals by running after prey, they began to create spaces to improve and modify their physical health. First recorded gymnasiums date back to over 3,000 years ago in ancient Persia, where they were known as that word, which is a word that I'm not even going to try to pronounce. I have a hard enough time with English. The original purpose of these institutions was to train men as warriors and instill them with a sense of national pride in anticipation for the coming battles. The ancient Greeks also had areas to train and modify the body, and the word gymnasium actually comes from the Greek word gymnos, which means naked. Based off that information, I would assume that there were a couple naked people in the old Greek gyms, although I'm not sure if that's still the case. The ancient Greek curriculum for their gym time activities included self-defense, physical therapy for the sick and/or injured, and physical fitness, including wrestling, boxing, dancing, and even skipping rope. After the end of the ancient Greeks, the idea of gyms or gymnasiums sort of died out. The Romans used training facilities mainly to train for war, and the art of gymnastics was forgotten. During the Dark Ages, there were sword fighting tournaments along with other physical activities, like hammer throwing. But, to my knowledge, no one was doing a backward uprise to handstand 180 or repping out 225 on the bench. In the 18th century, a dude by the name of that, who was a German clergyman, opened a gym in that area, teaching bodily exercises, including running and swimming. In 1825, Dr. Charles Beck, which is a name that I can pronounce, at least hopefully I got that correct. Beck was a German immigrant and he established the first gymnasium in the United States. The first Turner's group was formed in London in 1848. The Turner group is a whole other thing that will have to wait for a later video. The Turners built gymnasiums in several cities like Cincinnati and St. Louis, which had large German-American populations. These gyms were utilized by both adults and youths. The Boston Young Men's Christian Union claims to be America's first gym. The YMCA first organized in Boston in 1851. 10 years later, there were some 200 YMCAs across the country, most of which provided gymnasiums for exercise, games, and social interactions. The 1920s was a decade of prosperity that witnessed the building of large numbers of public high schools with a gymnasium, an idea that was founded by Nicholas, last name. Ever since, gymnasiums have continued to grow across the United States and the world. Hey everyone, thanks for watching that video. If you notice some misinformation or lack of information, please let me know down in the comments below. Thanks.